so are they as the Packers get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Ready for football now from sunny Wisconsin. And off we go from Lambeau. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. On first down, Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb.
That's right, baby. It's all.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones there to make the grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On the ground, Richard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, Richard. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Richard. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Now they'll throw with Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Carr now to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Rolling to his left. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing is Rodgers. Rolling to his right.
Rodgers outrunning Unique.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On play action, Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown! Josiah DeGuara. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they failed to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game.
No, I play on Ethernet cable, my friend. I do not play on Wi-Fi. Do not play on Wi-Fi. Even if you're at 100% connection, do not play on Wi-Fi. You will lag.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
I don't know. Where are you playing from? Where are you playing from?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going.
Yeah, where are you playing? Like like what region are you in?
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
And he's taken down.
Alabama.
Zone 7. Dean Lowry. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Carr now on first down. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Carr. And this one is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The final shot here before half for Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Here's Smith to return it. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 38, Carr being chased out left. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. From the 39, Carr.
Yeah.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. There he goes left side. And into the end zone.
Let you have it, man. EA fucking helped you, bro. It is what it is. I hate when they do that shit. Fucking all pro, bro. Just, sometimes they let you win. Sometimes they just start making you throw ducks. If I can just establish the run and just build off the run, it should be okay. But the problem is, you know, people spam the same shit over and over and over again. So you can't really rely on setups like you would intend on. Unless you just really got them, you know, like the only way.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams that met back in Super Bowl 37 in San Diego. The Bucs and Raiders are underway. Very short kick taken right at the 20.
She just texted me and told me don't worry about it. She had to. I'm not going in. Especially when it's being late. What in the hell?
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
It's a trap.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. Here's a give to Fournette, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
It's not like I have my 4-3 over where I can just come off the edge like I'm doing.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Check it.
On 1st down, Brady. He's got Gronkowski yet again. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady.
Where he goes.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken a 1st quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. To throw his car. Drops this off.
Don't run backwards. What is you doing?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brian Edwards, 54 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Safety to fight down and go to the top.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Brady now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
stop will be huge.
Wait, that 53.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Jacobs. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
What I said earlier yesterday.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Definitely later.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now it's the backup Mariota. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a
dummy route, bro.
As the lead moves to 9.
Pick your poison, what you want to do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's taken down inside the 30. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Looking
for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Move Yannick to
And
the
his
weak
guys
side.
will take over at the 25-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second down, Jacobs once more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Carr now on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Here's Smith to return it.
What's doing that to
decent
people?
Return out to the 27-yard line.
I think we wanted to get that hit stick so bad. We just reject him. It's dangerous. Sometimes you will turn it over if you ain't careful, but you can do it enough. Practicing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 124 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Pass defense the whole fucking game. And no one complain about why people are running.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. They'll roll him out right. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Not pass
Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here.
He has like an ability or something with those dead eyes.
Mariota will look to throw. And he's got it. So the drive for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead.
Sometimes that will happen. Like the drag goes across the hash. Sometimes you throw it, you don't click on. He'll overthrow the route. And your click on to be late or something. And just see it coming off. Make sure you establish it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Throw it, one of those short passes.
A short kick taken at the 18.
By establishing, I mean, move the analog. Click on and move the analog. So you know you got to be control or else AI will.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 30 on second down, Brady. Flush to his right. He rifles one.
Crosby just brings so much to the fucking table.
Ingram picks it.
Good shit.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to kind of move Crosby to that weak side, man. Let Yannick play the strong side.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ooh,
dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the
field. No, come on now.
And that'll be incomplete.
See, that's that stupid shit he ain't doing.
But the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Carr.
Back to it.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Just treat it just like we did with the cover 6. Got your worst DB over there.
Now Carr.
Defending my best receiver.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Intriguing.
Carr going to throw.
Skinning that over the top. That was quick one.
Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
You have fun with this one, partner?
He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
I already know what's going to happen. I've seen it too many times.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs and make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
It's all smoke and mirrors. Play consistent. If he adjusts, the game will get close.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Trying to roll out of the pocket with Brady.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Brady going to throw. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Scotty Miller, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Don't just come back and score again. It's just
following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Riggs doesn't play that. Riggs kind of just says, what you're doing, we're going to make a game. So play to the T.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
You'll also kind of keep your
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Getting blooped out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to let this go deep for
Gotta
Jackson.
get one in.
I
like to throw it deep.
At the 6-yard line. Touchdown Raiders.
Learn to sleep with the run.
Deshaun Jackson. 62 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Brady. To Evans on the slant. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant.
Why is Brady catching up with a 90-speed corner?
Brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well,
offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Wow. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, touchdown! Darren Waller from 17 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line.
That's the shit I've been talking about.
Mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Like ridiculous.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
What a break.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Brady now on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Where's 52? Watch the
now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, what a catch by Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Easier set.
Second and 10. Again, it's Brady. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Brady. eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Brady got to have this one. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Two legs everywhere they go.
Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. Flushed out right.
Quarters.
And that's incomplete. Protection was great.
Quarters versus tight.
But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Vegas. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to throw here. He finds his man.
Safety on it.
That's Jacobs. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, it's Carr.
Good. Ah!
But it's incomplete.
Almost used
We're
them
still
all.
throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but then winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back.
Get everything.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 91 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team.
I like that Y stick.
Get your always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You pick up the ball and score.
It is a viable
and
option.
A chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
You always have that.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Not a very good run defense. But you had to use the run to open up the passes, to make threats, open up the field from our receivers. Crosby kind of shifted the momentum with when I moved them over to the left side. Trying to think. Again, like I said, you're going to have to establish the run like heavy. Not sit there. I mean, I don't mean spam it, but do spam it kind of way. You got to get them respecting the run first and foremost. So, you're going to have to do that between your halfback base and inside zone. Really just depends on how they're aligned. If they even align and they have a zero tech, like 3-4 odd or anything like that, where the defensive tackle is in a nose tackle position.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
You need to get those double team and zone runs. You can definitely run inside zone in those situations. So kind of be able to count gaps so you know which run that you need to focus on.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon, and we are underway from FedEx Field. Very short kick taken right at the 20, and they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The positions that their defensive line is already premeditated, so just kind of keep that in mind. need to run power or zone.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. 34. Cry all the way back home.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Exit. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Regular.
On the counter, Gibson, and he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at
Might
the
go with
28.
the Nana line.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Hey, 20! You gonna see me in your nightmares, son! You gonna see me in your nightmares! Check 26, check 26! Check safety!
They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 72 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he's got room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, here comes Barber. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on fourth down with Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Working with a 2nd and 4. A give to Gibson running right. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick sliding out of the pocket. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go. New mic 52. Right. Jeff, go Jeff. Check.
And here's a give to Gibson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Switch gears. Hey, Mike 52. 3 buttons.
To throw is Fitzpatrick.
Bro, you're sitting over there, Abrams. Go for the ball.
The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it.
Come to my work. Mike 52. Hey, Chip. Check 52's the mic.
Now Fitzpatrick. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
He's going to spam me 4-3-0.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I can stay in heavier sets.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Dancing to his left. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. On play action, Fitzpatrick.
Good shit, Yannick.
Got him. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Now Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
5-2 to Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. I got him. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Go ahead. There you go. Get down, get down, get down. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. I got him. I got him. Feel it.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Man aligned to protect against.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
What I'm worried about is Terry the core.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
2nd down and 5. Throwing now is Carr. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Carr now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 now. Carr, throw left side complete. That's Edwards.
You start doing stupid shit like base aligning, they're going to be out of position. You got them spread out for a reason. Get our matchups.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Fitzpatrick. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Jonathan Ingram picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It might not work.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw his car. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown. Darren Waller, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Look, he's in the end zone, and they don't get me the fucking 2 points.
Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Start helping and navigating, comebacks. You got to be very careful. And you get in situations like this, you have to be able to run the ball. And be a little conservative, but not over conservative. Just enough.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Fitzpatrick on first down.
Play the ball. Yeah.
They get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. Forced out to his left.
Cover 6.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick.
Play the ball!
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Off the play fake, Heineke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to make this a close game again. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Put together the best game plan and locking the opponent up. Fourth quarter, man, the crazy shit starts happening.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Just wasn't going to stay there. I should have manned the quarter flat up. Too early to go for this, man. You got 3 timeouts and 2 in the morning. You can play defense. Once I did, I'm just going to chew the clock and then get out of here.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 37. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Take the 2-minute warning.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A run on 1st down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 6.
Check, 47. Right here. Check.
Baseline gonna kill you, bro. I'm spreading you out. You better not.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carr to throw. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him so far. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Throwing here, Mariota. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And they will stop him after a fairly
I get in there, and they don't fucking
there.
give it
That was
to me,
just
bro.
a
Like
fullback dive. Defensively, they were ready for it.
They were, and I think that surprised the guys on offense because handing it to the fullback, well, you don't do that very often, so that's a tendency breaker. And I think they just wanted to say, let's just go straight ahead. As you said, nothing fancy. Everyone move someone out of the way and let the big guy work. Didn't get it done, though.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now...
and this is intercepted, and that should do
31.
it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Yeah.
So this one, a victory for the Raiders.
I get that like 6:30 or something. One more game. I fucking hate my general manager, bro. She fucking ass. She'll cut your hours just so that she can call you in to come to work. It's fucking stupid. But so far I like it, man. Just All right, one more game, fellas.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
Gotta be careful on the Saints.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff to Ingram. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free. It's 4th down.
He did a fine job
in the right
hitting
hands,
him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
4th down, Winston. Flush to his right. To the sideline, and he's got it.
One thing I don't like about
They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Jameis now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. On the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
What I could do is do the same thing he did.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
You know, when there's fatigue, you know. Let's see how it plays out.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
5.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Carr. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr again. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Carr. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. On 1st down, Carr drops this off to Richard. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Nah. I'm good on that, Barnes. Nope.
Richard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. It's a screen to Richard. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Take his own game plan.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. One more time with Jacobs.
And
able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Now it's the backup Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Mariota will look to throw. Steps away to his left.
Why is this guy fucking catching up to me? Shit, Mariota. See how they slow your quarterback down?
8-7 lead.
That's ridiculous.
So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case,
like
the quarterback did it himself.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
We're going to take this guy's game plan against him.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Wise, though.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line.
All right, so all I got to do
at the 23.
Drive together right here, get that two-possession game, and take Kamara out. He cannot run with it in the fourth quarter with a two-possession game. He's going to have to put the ball in there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Boy, man. The scripts in this game.
They go with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
With his own game plan, he
thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Carr now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They will get 4 yards here.
Corner not big enough, man. Ball forward every time.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Carr now to throw. And this throw incomplete.
Oh, bro.
The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end.
Out of position. And we the whole third quarter, so the plan's going nicely. Beat this guy his own shit.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I haven't seen enough of these Saints users lately, man. I know exactly what they try to do. They want to spam Camara. Ain't no echoing going on here. Slow that shit down, get that 2-possession lead. It's a wrap.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Drake. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught.
Two-possession
lead.
lead.
And the 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders have recovered.
I went for the strip.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raiders.
Just kick the extra point so it's a 3-possession game. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll holler at you, folks. Trying to be too cute. I went for the strip. You ain't gonna fucking move. We gonna go for the user strip. Catch people thinking, oh, because I'm not gonna be able to move, he's not gonna be able to hit stick me. That's when you hit that button right there. Go for the fucking strip tackle. They gonna learn their lesson. Losing record, bro. Sitting there. How you gonna average 35 points a game? Like, he just be blowing people out, bro. Like, what the fuck? How you have that many losses? You get dominated on. Now you can't get all those passing yards. Yeah, he's sitting there at 88. We kept him down to that first drive. He didn't see the ball again after that. Get your slide protect on. He wasn't able to get sacks. And I'm very good at protecting against sacks. As long as I can keep that under 1, you know, it means my slide protect knowledge is very useful. Always slide protect to the weak side. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't slide protect for rollouts. Your slide protect is not going to help you on rollouts. You just slide protect for pocket protection. You slide protect for a fucking rollout, and you're basically going to push the defensive end to whichever side you're trying to slide protect. It's not going to work. You know, you're going to force a double team, and if you roll out, you know, you're already creating block sheds. So don't do that, fellas. Okay. I do need to work on those interceptions. Like, sometimes I do force the ball. That's crazy, man. That man averages 37 offensive plays. So he got to be a run spammer, bro. Look at his clock time. Had I not knew exactly what he was going to do, he was going to do that shit to me. I caught on to it quick. And I was like, okay, we're going to beat him at his own game plan. Anytime you see the Saints, man, they're just going to spam with Kamara. You just beat them at their own game, bro. I mean, he's not good with the Saints. He just be trying to clock people. I don't know why people be trying to clock close games, trying to clock. Don't do that. Only do it when you have a 2-position lead. You get a 2-position lead or got a drive going into the 2-position lead, then it's okay to clock. But don't do that like every fucking play, like from the start of the game to finish of the game. Because y'all see what happens, man. Fumbles happen, and I be trying to say this enough as is. The game do not like when you do something well. So if you do something good, or you're good at doing something in particular, the game, the RNG within the game is going to be like, okay, we're going to make him fumble. If all he likes to do is run, we're going to make him fumble potentially. Or all he likes to do is pass, well, we're going to have these throw out of sacks and, you know, force tip drill interceptions, you know. So kind of balance your game out a little bit. I'm not sitting there saying, you know, situation don't run your offense, you know. If you play someone that spams something, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. But at the same time, just kind of scheme around things, you know. Use your run to kind of open other things up, you know. Force them to respect that, and then you can go from there. But I'm gonna get ready. These folks want me to come in to work for them, so I will catch y'all fellas later, man. I might sleep all day tomorrow once I get off work tomorrow morning.